Have you ever been somewhere so remote that the nearest city is miles away? Then all of a sudden you hear a noise that you can't explain? This is exactly what happened to residents in Taos, New Mexico. The year was 1990 when residents in the small town of Taos, New Mexico, began to notice a strange noise coming from nowhere. The noise was described as a constant low-frequency hum, kind of like a jet engine, but it wasn't coming from a plane. Many of these people were tourists who had visited Taos. After hearing the story, they also began searching for the source of the noise, but they couldn't find it. It seemed as if this mysterious humming noise was driving the residents crazy. Some even left town because they couldn't take it anymore. To make things even weirder, some people could hear the hum while others couldn't. It seemed almost random. New residents began hearing the same humming noise. There are several factories in the area that produce chemicals and other materials. Some believe that these factories are releasing harmful chemicals that are creating the humming noise. These chemicals may also be responsible for the strange behavior that some residents have exhibited. Why would these people be hearing the same thing? Some believe that it's because of a mass psychogenic illness, which is what is causing the Taos hum. Nobody knows what it is, and nobody has been able to find the source. There are a lot of theories out there, but nothing has been proven. Hopefully we'll eventually find the answer, but until then, the people of Taos will have to deal with the noise. If you're ever in the area, be sure to listen carefully. You just might be able to hear it. The truth is, we may never know what caused the Taos hum, and if you want to learn more about unsolved mysteries, stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching. Despite all of the research that has been conducted, they've even embraced it in some ways. But it's hard to imagine how they'll ever get rid of it. If the noise is coming from inside the residence, then there's no way to stop it. If it's coming from an outside source, then it could be anything from a military experiment to a natural phenomenon. And without knowing what it is, there's no way to stop it. Scientists still haven't been able to figure out what's going on. All we know is that the noise is real, and it's been plaguing the town for decades. Others believe that it was simply a misunderstanding. The government is not conducting any experiments in Taos that are responsible for the humming noise. This is the same thing that happened in the movie The Ring. There is no evidence that any of these people have any type of illness. The humming noise has become part of the culture in Taos. There are festivals and events that are held every year to raise awareness about the noise. Even the local high school football team is named after it. But despite all of the attention that it's gotten, the Taos hum still hasn't been solved. While the study didn't conclude that tinnitus was the cause of the noise, it did suggest that it was a possibility. This theory is supported by the fact that the humming noise has been heard all over the world in places where there are no factories or military bases. For example, in Australia, there was a similar case where people began hearing a strange humming noise. When researchers investigated, they found that the noise was actually coming from the residents themselves. For example, some people have claimed to see strange lights in the sky or to have experienced unexplainable physical phenomena. However, there is no scientific evidence to support these claims. Well, instead, it's coming from inside the person. This may sound crazy, but there are cases where people have had tinnitus, which is a condition that causes a ringing in the ears. In some cases, the tinnitus is so bad that the person can hear the ringing even when they not in the same room as the source of the noise. This may be what's happening to the residents of Taos. Several theories have been proposed. The most popular one is that the Taos hum is caused by a military experiment gone wrong. There are 2 military bases near Taos, and they frequently test new technologies. Some believe that they accidentally created a sonic weapon that's now haunting the town. This would explain why the noise seems to come from different directions and why some people can hear it while others can't. This made many people believe that the Taos hum was actually a curse. This is a belief that still persists today. Many people refuse to move to Taos because they're afraid of hearing the mysterious noise. They tried everything to find the source of this noise, but they couldn't find anything. This became known as the Taos hum. He used special equipment to listen for the hum, but he couldn't find the source either. What made this even more puzzling was that the hum seemed to change locations. Sometimes it was coming from the south, sometimes the north. And at times it sounded like it was right outside their window. But when they went outside, they couldn't find the source. And the noise they heard was a mysterious hum. This hum was so loud that it was keeping people awake at night. The first person to come forward was a woman named Mary. She had moved to Taos from Los Angeles. because she wanted to live in a peaceful place. But after only a few weeks, she started hearing a strange noise. At first, she thought that she was going insane. But then her friends also started hearing it. That's when she decided to contact the local paper. So what was this sound? Was it the wind or something else? Well, we don't know. And that's what makes this story creepy. Today, let's look at the mystery of the humming noise that has been plaguing a town for decades. It all started when the local paper ran a story about the strange noise. After reading the article, dozens of other people came forward and said that they were also hearing the noise. To try to figure out what was going on, the local newspaper brought in a physicist from a nearby university. Some of the residents believed that the noise was coming from the nearby military base. But when the army investigated, they couldn't find anything. Another theory is that the noise is actually coming from an industrial factory. Some experts believe that the noise is not coming from an outside source at all. Now, if you're one of the people who believes that the noise is caused by a military experiment, then this next part will interest you. There are several theories as to why this rumor started. Some believe that it was spread by the military in order to cover up their activities. In recent years, the Taos hum has become a bit of a mystery. The people of Taos are resilient, and they've done their best to carry on despite the noise. The Taos hum is a real mystery that has baffled scientists and residents alike. So what do you think? You have any theories about what the Taos hum could be? Let me know in the comments below.